Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. How are we all doing today? I hope we're all having a fantastic day. It is Tuesday evening, and that means it's our second running of our finale week here at Roving Island World Tour 2 North America, and it's our Pro Division up to bat here tonight. So the pros have been out to testing, tuning, getting these race cars ready, and they are ready for a 1 hour showdown here tonight to see who's our grand champion. All right, so our qualifying settings are the same as our racing conditions, which we'll touch on in just a minute. It is a BOP on no tuning series, open group 3, except with the exception of the Toyotas and VGTs. They're banned for the season. Boost is off. Grid start with a full start check. Slipstream strength is real. Mechanical damage is heavy. Drivers start with a full tank of fuel, and they're only allowed traction control and anti-lock braking. Grip is reduced. On edge is real, and overtaking system is a default. Drivers must use the mandatory tire for a minimum of 1 full circuit lap here on the racetrack. So the 3 tires are required tonight: the hards, the mediums, and the softs. So all 3 of them tires are going to be required to be put onto these racing cars here tonight, much like they were last night in our AM class, and boy, what a race that ended up being. Our penalty is ghosting is off. Our shortcut penalties are weak. Wall collisions are off. Side contact penalties off. Correcting vehicle course after wall collision is off. Replacing vehicle after off track is off. Flag rules are on. Ghost lap cars are off, and of course our pit line penalties are turned on. This is our round 10 finale here at St. Croix A Pro Division. I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming, and this will be a family-friendly broadcast. So it is going to be reverse grid based off our championship point standings, and it is a 60-minute endurance. A racing hard, soft, and medium tires all need to be used here this evening, and it's times 4 tires and times 4 fuel. So every time around the racetrack, it's going to be 4 laps worth of fuel and tires on these drivers, and it's a long lap. Oh, and it's double points night, just to add to the pressure. It is SO7. Humid and pleasant with a few clouds at sunrise conditions, and it's a times 8 weather variable here tonight. So I'm just going to take a minute to set the grid, and we'll get this thing going. So while we do that, let's take a look as soon as I hit the right button at where our point standings are here. Alright, so it is Lucas 36 there with 442 points, and you can see he's got this pretty locked up here right now in the racing track. So it's going to be ATK Leo actually in pole position, and that's just because he's only got a couple of races in the season, so he is going to be our pole sitter here tonight. And then from there, it's going to be Bo Snipe sitting in the second position. There he is. From there, it'll be Larry Birch to start in third place. That's from an Apex Sim Racing team. And then it will be Dirty Air next up on deck. Tom the Tech, Miss Devious, Ms. Black Widow right in behind Miss Devious. We've got Jakey, Risky, and Lucas. Alright. There it is. There's our grid. Alright, perfect. We are ready to go here on my end now, so we can flip it over to this guy right here. Oh, that was our results from last night. Let me knock those off the screen. Oop, forgot to turn that off. There we go. Alright, welcome in everybody. Appreciate y'all hanging out here with us on the YouTube channel, and well, get used to the sim racing content being over to the YouTube channel, because it is now the full-time sim racing channel here at GT45 Gaming. So welcome in. It's going to be our pro class racing, and I think our drivers are ready to go. Oh, we're always missing one. It's Dirty Air. Oh, it's not Dirty Air. Oh, who is it this time? I don't know. I don't know. It's alright. Fail. Let's try that again. our excitement factor in last night's race up in the YouTube chat here as well. Alright, who do we got here? Just making sure we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who are we missing? Let's keep going there. We're missing Black Widow. I think Black Widow's the one not saying she's ready to go. Well, hopefully she's ready to go because we're about to kick this off here. Alright. What's up, everybody? How we doing? TDC saying let's go. Good luck to all the drivers. Go TT. Push Black Widow. Last night, LOL. I was practicing with Jake. He said he still had 2 seconds to find. Hello, everyone. Good luck. Let's go TT. All right, let's get on track. Let's go check out the racing action here. So it is going to be ATK's Leo starting us off in pole position. He's going to have Apex Sim Racing's Bo Snipe lined up right beside him. We got 10 of our pros on track here out of the 12 remaining drivers this season. Kick them tires, light them fires. We're going racing. Just going to do an audio check real quick because we all know how that's been going lately. And everything's looking fantastic. And here we go. Whoa, that was a great race start there by the Ferrari driver. And Leo gets a huge lead right off the jump of this race here. It's like he caught that light perfect. Like he was sitting on the drag racing line ready to take off here. So Leo gets out to a very early lead here. And he is going to try and jump away from the pack. So we got Bo Snipe in second with Tom the Tech right beside him. We got Larry Birch there sitting in fourth place. And he's just settled in. And so here we go. As we come into turn number 2 here, it is going to be side-by-side action on cold racing tires, and it looks like we all survive here. So it's Tom the Tech in third, we got Larry in fourth, we've got Dirty Air in fifth, we got Black Widow up into sixth, we got Misdevious in seventh, we got Lucas in eighth, our championship points leader, and who we will crown champion here at the end of the night. The battle is for the rest of the positions here in the field. So it's Risky here in ninth, and we got Jakey here in 10th place. I don't see any damage on the racing cars. Misdevious is got out a little bit wide there, may have been due to a little bit of side-to-side contact potentially, but she gets it back on track, keeps it out of trouble there, it looks like. So it's Leo here in the early race lead, Larry Birch here in second, got Bo in third position. Larry Birch is very quickly trying to charge up the field here as he's now starting to break free from that bigger pack in behind. Leo trying to get away. We got Bo right there in third. He's got Tom the Tech right there in behind, and Dirty Air tucked right in behind them. So a nice little three-way battle here for those drivers. We've got Black Widow up in sixth with Lucas 36 tucked not right in behind there, but starting to close in. We got Risky tucked right in behind Lucas there. And welcome back, Risky, having his live stage performance at the Porch Esports Challenge a couple weekends ago. So congratulations to Risky, and I hope you enjoyed his experience there in California. Love to see it. We got Jakey just in behind there in 9th place, and it was very early on in the race here, so everybody's just going to remain cool, calm, collected, and patient here. I'm assuming now as we're getting at about midway point of this first lap here, the tires are slowly but surely starting to get up to temperature. Got Dirty Air right there. We got Risky and Black Widow side by side there. Risky a little bit out wide on the track there, 2 tires in the grass, but he manages to keep it underneath of him there. We got Lucas 36 right there, Risky in 8th, and he's under fire from Jake in that Lamborghini. Misdevious is just in behind here in 10th position. So all the drivers so far so good here as we continue around. Alright, so it is Leo. He's going on the defense here as Larry Birch is coming up hot here, and it's going to be side by side as we come around. Larry Birch ain't waiting around here. He tries to get the run coming out of the second part of the chicane. He's going to have to settle right back in behind that Ferrari driver here, but Larry is on the hunt for that first place position here right now, and that was a great attempt there, but he just couldn't quite get the job done on the Ferrari. So Leo is flying around the racetrack, and there we go. Larry's going to make his intentions known. He's looking up the inside as we come into the sweeper, and the whole pack is going to catch up to him here as they continue to battle for the race lead. You can see Bo Snipe in third place. He's tucked right in behind Larry now. This has become a three-way battle for the race lead here very early on lap number 1 as we're just coming around to the final corner here, and Larry with a little wiggle in that Lexus there, so Leo's going to take it from start to finish here on lap 1 with the race lead. Again, Larry Birch charging. He's going to take a look up heading into turn 1 here, and we're wondering if he was going to pull out here, so there we go. Larry Birch can look up the inside. We're 3 wide up in the background there, and boy, he took full curve there. That may pick him up a penalty there, and that's going to be unfortunate if that's the case. And that 3 wide battle seemed to have sorted itself out here, so let's go check that out again. Alright, so it's Tom the Tech in the middle, Black Widow on the inside, and Dirty Air on the outside. And as we come into turn 1 and 2, Dirty Air just backs out a tiny little bit there. And the whole pack just collected itself right together there as well. So here we go, race on between these pros. Black Widow up in 4th, Dirty Air is in 5th. Miss Devious here is in 6th. We got Jake in 7th. We've got Tom the Tech here in 8th. We've got Lucas in 9th, and we got Risky here in 10th position. And I have no idea what just happened there. Oh boy. We did not see it. We did not see it. A little kerfuffle going into one of the corners as that pack was all grouped up when we were watching a replay there, I think, and 4 cars got into some trouble there. And well, you might see some alternative racing strategies coming out of those back 4 runners here. It is on lap 2 as well, so no red flag there. No red flag there. Haven't heard the call come in from our race official yet either, so. Got Black Widow here in 4th place. We got Dirty Air in 5th. We got Miss Devious in 6th. We got Jake here in 7th. We got Tom in 8th. We got Lucas in 9th. We got Risky in 10th. And it's a 4 cars with damage here. I don't know what happened, but one of these cars is really beat up. The Flying Fox Racing NSX here is absolutely beat up there. Definitely looks like it took the worst end of it there, and Risky's about 3.7 seconds in behind there in 10th place. So 4 drivers with some damage here on lap number 2, and that's going to make the race a little more interesting all of a sudden. It's got Larry Birch here in 1st place, and he did pick up a half-second penalty there somewhere along the way on the racing track here. Of course, the penalty serving zone is not near till the end of the racing lap, so he's going to be carrying that penalty all the way around lap number 2 here. We've got Bo Snipe up into 2nd position here now, has managed to work his way around ATK's Leo, and now Black Widow in 4th place trying to make his way around, and a little bit of contact there between the two. And yeah, not sure what's going on there, but a little bit of contact. Black Widow gets the position. Got Leo here in 4th place. We got Dirty Air in 5th. We got Miss Devious now closing in 6th place, and all this battling is just allowing you other drivers to close back in here. So we got Jakey with a half-second penalty here. We got Lucas tucking in behind. We got Tom the Tech just in behind them there, and we got Risky here starting to close back in here. So looking like drivers were taking a minute to settle back in after whatever happened on the track there. And there we go, Larry Birch with the race lead here. Bo Snipe's going to dump into pit lane, and it did look like he may pick up a penalty there for crossing that white line. We'll have to see how that worked out. Got Black Widow now up into 2nd position. We've got Dirty Air is side by side with ATK's Leo here in a Ferrari on the outside of the corner. Miss Steve is trying to follow through there, and a switchback coming from Leo, but no, he can't get it done. He has to tuck back in behind the McLaren, and he is going to take a look up the inside around turn 2 here, but that's going to give Dirty Air the inside line for turn number 3. And a great little battle here in the mid-pack right now between 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. And ooh, Dirty Air goes a little bit wide. Leo makes the move around. Leo's going to grab the spot back, move himself back up to 3rd place. Miss Devious going to take advantage of that off-track excursion and move up the inside on the apex there as well and grab a position. And Dirty Air, one little mistake costing him 2 positions there in just a couple of corners, and now he is back on the hunt to try and get 4th place back from Miss Devious. We got Lucas 36 here in 6th position, 2 seconds in behind those two. We got Bo Snipe here in 7th place after his pit stop. Got Jakey making the pit stop there. We got Risky also making a pit stop, and Tom the Tech also making a pit stop there. Not too surprised to see that. Obviously, with damage on those race cars, we figured we'd see them come in pretty early, and we've seen that strategy potentially have big implications on the end of the race and potentially picking up a race win last night. So we'll have to see how it works out here tonight in this division, as we're going to see a mixture of strategies here again on the racetrack. But it is Larry Birch currently in the race lead. He's got 1.9 seconds over Black Widow here in 2nd place. We got ATK's Leo here in 3rd position. Miss Devious in 4th place with Dirty Air very close behind there in 5th, 0.3 of a second. So about car length between these two drivers here right now. A little more as they continue down the racetrack, and ooh, a little less now as slipstream starts to kick in. And Miss Devious is going to take a wide line. So it looked like she was going to go defensive there and then just settle back into the racing line there. So getting ready to set up for that next corner. And right now it's just nose to tail racing here between the drivers. They're not pushing. This is good for Lucas here because he's going to try and close in on those drivers here now as they battle a little bit. So Leo's trying to pull the gap away from Miss Devious. Here's 0.4 of a second here right now. And as they come up across the bridge for the third time here tonight, Leo opens up the gap a little bit here, gets to almost 3/4 of a second over the Porsche Miss Devious, and she's got 3/10 of a second on the McLaren of Dirty Air just in behind here. So it is good hard racing as we enter the chicane here, and different lines from the different cars as all the drivers come through looking for some clean racing air. Lucas coming with a big slide coming out of the exit there, and he is pushing hard to try and gain on Dirty Air there, and it's just under 2 seconds. We got Bo Snipe here after his pit stop. He's 14 seconds in behind. Got Jake here in 8th place as well. He's 10 seconds in behind Bo Snipe, and that was most likely that damage repair. Risky here is 2.4 seconds in behind Jake, and Tom the Tech's just 1.7 seconds in behind Risky. So the drivers are still very close together, even the ones that had to potentially change their strategies there. Some bargain racing going on so far. Alright, so Larry Birch here, 2.3 seconds in the lead. Black Widow comes into pit lane. Miss Devious opts to stay out, takes over 2nd place. Dirty Air opts to stay out. He's going to take over 3rd place here now. Lucas 36 still on the prowl here, 1.7 seconds. Dipping into the times a little bit here on these drivers up in front. Currently sitting in 4th. We got Leo in pit lane. We got Black Widow in pit lane. Bo Snipe's going to come around, pit a lap before them. He's going to come around and take over 5th place there. Jakey should also grab that position here, I think, as well as he comes around. It's going to be very close. No, he's going to come out in behind. It looks like Black Widow and Leo there, but that should help close the gap up quite a bit from these 3 drivers in the back here. We got Risky 2 seconds in behind Jake, and Tom the Tech right there in behind Risky. So those 3 starting to close up a little bit here. Run Leo, don't look back. Larry Birch now 6.6 seconds up the road and really needs to start building on that gap. Currently fastest lap on the racetrack as well with a 3:08.5. And, well, we're going to see those times come down for sure before the end of this race here tonight. Oh, we lost Jakey. I don't know if that was a disconnect or what was going on there, but we definitely lost Jakey. Alright, so Miss Devious in 2nd place here. We got Dirty Air in 3rd. We got Lucas here in 4th. We got Bo in 5th. We got Black Widow here in 6th place. We've got Leo here in 7th. We got Risky in 8th. And we got Tom here in 9th place. And our UK driver with the Lamborghini in behind the wall here now tonight, and that's not ideal. That's definitely not ideal. Alright, so it's Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch here with the race lead. We got Miss Devious here in 2nd place, and the gap is almost 7 seconds now to the race leader. Dirty Air is still very close and behind, 1.2 seconds, but now Lucas 36 starting to apply some pressure onto the orange McLaren up in front. Ooh, and he gets a big run right there on the McLaren, and he is going to go side by side here as we head into the bridge. And is he going to look for a cutback here coming up Bridge Hill, and a little bit of wiggle coming from both those cars, and immediately Dirty Air moves right over to try and break the toe from Lucas 36. Lucas 36 just settles right back in behind him there. And I don't know if Dirty Air is aware or not if Lucas 36 has a damaged race car, but Lucas 36 showing pretty good pace with that damaged race car. Not Jakey. I know, and Jakey never disconnects. It's really weird. It's a rare occurrence when we see the wild Jakey disconnect. We got Lucas 36 here in 4th place. We got Bo Snipe here in 5th. We've got Black Widow chasing here in 6th position. We got Leo in 7th. We got Risky here up into 8th position there with that DC from Jake, and Tom the Tech moves up a position here. So all drivers are still guaranteed top 10 points here tonight, but Jakey's trying to hold on to 3rd place overall in the standings here, and now just sitting there watching, waiting to see what's going to happen here during the final 47 minutes of this race, and that is a gut-wrenching feeling as a racer. We got Dirty Air getting a big pass done there by Lucas 36, but Dirty Air looked like he maybe lost a little bit of the race car underneath of him there as Lucas 36 just came roaring around there. And as we come around the final corner, oh, just got a little bit wide there, and he went to go scrub the tires off there is what we're seeing. Okay, so Lucas 36 got a great run through the corner. He's going to get the job done. And he's going to move himself up into 3rd place here currently on the racetrack. So it's almost 8 seconds now, the gap here from Larry to Miss Devious, who's got 1.3 on Lucas, who's charging. We got Dirty Air here. Ooh, going a little bit wide there, but he keeps it underneath of him again. And again, he's going to struggle to get that car around the next couple of corners. He keeps it on there. Those tires, they get very cool quickly when you go off track. And of course, you pick up all that grass and junk on the tires, and it makes them very slippery, hard to find traction for a couple of corners. Bo's coming around here. He's in 5th place right now. 10 seconds to gap to Dirty Air up in front. Black Widow here, 4 seconds in behind Bo Snipe right now. We've got ATK's Leo here in 7th. We got Risky in 8th, 1.4 seconds in behind. And Tom the Tech here must have made a little wibble wobble here as he's about 7.9 seconds in behind Risky now. Must have wobbled a little bit. That's all it takes here in these tight divisions, especially this top lobby. So it's Larry Birch here right now, and he is moving and grooving here in 1st place, and was just chilling in the paddock here before the race time, so nice and relaxed and looking pretty good on the racetrack here early on. Got Misdevious in 2nd position. We got Lucas here in 3rd place and closing in quickly. Got the gap down to about 0.7 of a second here right now on that Porsche up in front. We got Dirty Air here. He's quickly losing ground on those two up in front. There's 3.6 seconds very quickly, that gap. Bo is definitely dipping into that time here a little bit now. Of course, he did make a pit stop a little bit earlier on here so far in the race, and that has got him into some good tire temperatures right now, and he's really starting to find some grip underneath that race car as he's trying to track down the next driver out in front. He's got Black Widow chasing in behind, 4.2 seconds in behind, so Bo's doing a good job at opening up the gap on Black Widow in behind. Risky just getting the job done on Leo there and makes it happen. So a nice little tidy pass there from Risky, and well, they're always nice, neat little tidy passes from Risky here. Absolutely great driver here in this Mercedes. It's been a pleasure to see him on track all season long, and here we go. It's a great battle with ATK Leo, the Ferrari driver here. So, and just a nice, clean, tidy pass there. Great, respectful racing between the two as always. And Risky moves up one more spot on the grid. It should do very well here. It should. I agree. That Ford GT is looking pretty strong so far. Here we got Tom the Tech here in 9th, and he's still there. I mean, he's not really losing a lot of pace on the drivers up in front. I have to see how the pit stop transitions work out for all the drivers' gaps here. Alright, Risky is fastest driver on track right now, 3:05.341. Now the fastest lap there on the racetrack here. Larry Birch is coming around, and as he goes to start lap number 6, he is going to stay continuing on. Misdevious is also going to stay out here and continue on for another lap. We got Lucas coming into pit lane there. He's going to get a service done on that racing car. We got Dirty Air is going to opt to continue on here as well. So Bo Snipe, he pit a little bit ago. He's going to continue on and continue charging up front. Now up into 4th place. Still closing the gap on Dirty Air right now in 3rd place. 7.5 seconds now, that gap. Black Widow's going to move up into 5th place. Risky's going to jump up into 6th place. And again, with a purple lap there, 3:04.810. And Risky's starting to feel it. We got Lucas 36 here in 8th position. And we got Tom the Tech now up into 8th position as he just gets around Lucas with that pit stop. So here we go. Drivers are starting to settle into the rhythm here around the racetrack now. And it is going to be game on. The strategies are going to be full in working mode, and it should be pretty good to see how it's all going to work out at the end of the race here. So it's Larry right now with an 8.9 second gap, and if we remember what happened last night, we had a driver who started on a different tire compound, broke away from the gap field, and had a much larger gap than this. So Larry's got his work cut out for him here right now. We've got Misdevious in 2nd place, and she's now almost got 5 seconds on Dirty Air here in 3rd place, so a little bit of a comfort factor happening there. Bo Snipe is charging though, 4.6 seconds down the road, so when these 3 drivers do make their pit stop, that will give him the race lead. Black Widow, who pit a lap earlier as well, much of the same thing, will jump up ahead of those drivers when they finally do decide to pit, and Risky may very well do the same thing here, and he is reeling Black Widow in. Almost got that gap down to 3 seconds here now. Got ATK's Leo in 7th position. We got Tom here in 8th, and now Lucas here in 9th position after his stop. So it is race on. Lots of different strategies on the racetrack right now. It's hard to keep up with it all as the drivers are transitioning in their pit stops, but they are knocking out those tire requirements here over these next couple of pit stops. So right now it is Larry Birch, and I do suspect we're going to be seeing him coming in at the end of this lap. There's still a few corners left to go for him here yet, but that fuel tank is starting to look a little grave. And still nice, good, solid lines as he comes around the chicane here. So tires are definitely not seeming to phase him here too much. We got Misdevious coming around 2nd place, and again, just 9 seconds to gap. But Dirty Air closing that gap up a little bit here this time around 4.2 seconds. So he's eating up about 3/4 of a second of that gap to Misdevious. Bo Snipe here in 4th place. He's eating another second into Dirty Air up in front there as well. Black Widow chasing here in 5th place. 6 seconds to gap now to Bo Snipe, and Risky is coming. He's eating it down to 2.2 seconds here. It was 3 seconds just a few moments ago last time we were sitting on the driver here. So it's Leo in 7th place, is Tom in 8th, and we got Lucas here in 9th, and it's 7 seconds to Tom the Tech right now. Alright, so our race leader coming into pit lane. Let's see if Miss Devious is going to do the same thing here as well. Nope, Miss Devious is going to continue around the track here. So is, no, Dirty Air is coming into pit lane here as well. Bo is going to continue on. What's the gap to the leader? 7.5 seconds. So we'll be keeping an eye on that here throughout the remainder of this lap. Black Widow is going to move up into 3rd place here with the pit stop from our race leaders. Risky's going to jump up into P4 if I can ever hit the right button. As he comes around, is 1.4 seconds and closing to Black Widow up in front here right now. So he is charging. ATK's Leo here in 5th place. We got Larry coming out in 6th position, just ahead of Tom the Tech here. Dirty Air is still sitting in pit lane there. Lucas is going to grab that spot from him as he comes around, and Dirty Air is now going to come out in 9th place, and he's going to come out just in behind Lucas 36 there by about 5 seconds once he gets up to speed. So, on lap 7, we're going to go with our current race leader here, Miss Devious, and expecting to see this driver be making a pit stop at the end of this lap, as again, the fuel tank looking a little low in this Porsche here as well. We got Bo coming around here. He's currently sitting in 2nd place, and he's eating about a second out of that gap to the race leader here so far on this lap. Black Widow and Risky starting to get very close together here, so Risky has been just charging all stint long here, and only 6/10 of a second in behind Black Widow, and about 7 seconds in behind Bo Snipe right now. We are going to stick with this here as Risky is trying to close in on Black Widow here. Of course, this is Mercedes versus the Hyundai Genesis X right now. And the Mercedes proving to be a very worthy opponent right now on this racetrack at 3:04.189, and he's been improving each lap around the racetrack. So, it's going to be interesting to see. And look at the run that he gets right there on Black Widow and side by side. This is a very tight corner right here. And it is a very patient corner right here as well, and we're still going to be side by side here. And Black Widow is going to lose the position to Risky here as he now slides up into P3. So great little battle right there between the two, and let's go take a look at that from our TV crew's point of view. Not sure why it's not showing us the full weight of, there we go. Alright, great side-by-side battle. Oh, and a little wiggle on the exit right there from Black Widow, and that was just enough for Risky to get the jump out ahead of her there. They could have been potentially side-by-side still coming up Ridge Hills, so great pass and a great battle right there between Risky and Black Widow for 3rd and 4th place, and Risky now finding himself sitting on the bottom step of the podium currently here with about 38 minutes remaining in the race. So it's ATK Leo here in 5th place. We got Tom in 6th. We got Larry now in 7th after his pit stop. We got Lucas in 8th, and we got Dirty Air here in 9th position. So pit strategies are hard at work here right now. Let's see how it all works out. Alright, so we do know that Risky is obviously going to go around here as he pit a little while ago, and as well as Black Widow, so she's now going to take over 2nd position here. And we're swapping positions like dominoes right now on the racetrack as the pit stop sequence continue to roll through this race. As you can see, fuel and tires definitely an issue here for our drivers tonight. We got Bo Snipe also in pit lane. Larry's now coming around here, and that's going to give him 4th place. Tom the Tech also coming in at the pit lane here in behind those drivers as well. We got Dirty Air here in 9th position, so it's Risky Replicant now with the race lead here, and the gap is 2.2 seconds over Black Widow here in the Genesis. It is 12 seconds to Leo here in behind in 3rd place, and then Larry Birch is 5 seconds in behind the Ferrari driver. Lucas 36 here in 5th position. Big slide coming out the exit there. He's got Bo Snipe now chasing 1.8 seconds in behind. This Devious is just in behind Bo by 2.1 seconds. So Bo's early pit stop seeming to work out fairly well for him here so far. Dirty Air here in 8th place, and we got Tom the Tech here in 9th position, just 14 seconds in behind Dirty Air here right now. Big F to Jakey. Yeah, DC right there, B. It is what it is. Started with 10, down to 9. Alright, let's go see if we can find a little developing battle here. We got Lucas and Bo Snipe closing in on each other here. Lucas is in 5th. We got Bo in 6th. Bo is under half a second in behind Lucas 36, our championship points leader here coming into the race tonight. Misdevious is just in behind them by about 3 seconds, maybe a little more and change in behind there as well. And Bo is charging here, so potential battle for 5th place here between Bo and Lucas, and Bo is going to just take it in the inside heading into the corner here, and Lucas isn't going to dispute it. He's just going to settle in behind Bo Snipe here and down into 6th place for now. And again, we're not even at the halfway point of the race here yet, so just smart racing decisions being made by the drivers here right now. They know there's no point in battling right now at this point in the race. It's just going to cost them time, and that could relate to potential position at the end of the night. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out. We got Dirty Air here in 8th place, and we got Tom in 9th position, and Jakey's going to get a 10th place finish here tonight on the racetrack. So it is risky here with the race lead. Black Widow is starting to close back in on him here a little bit in 2nd position. As we're coming around the final corner, we're going to be seeing that Mercedes coming into pit lane, and Black Widow is going to continue around here and now take the race lead from Risky. So almost every driver has led the race at one point in time here so far tonight with the pit stop sequences and the events of the race here early on. Risky's in 2nd here. We got Leo coming in. He's now coming in from 3rd position. Larry is going to continue on around, and that's going to put him back up into 2nd place, and it is 20 seconds in behind Black Widow right now. We got Bo and Lucas 36 here in 3rd and 4th place, and pretty much nose to tail. Only half a second separating the two of these drivers here right now as they continue around the racetrack. Misdevious in 5th place, just under 3 seconds in behind those two drivers up in front as well. We got Risky coming back out in 6th, just ahead of Dirty Air there by about 3 seconds is the gap between the two. And we got Leo still in pit lane. They just releasing that Ferrari driver here right now. Let's see where he comes out. Looks like about 10 seconds ahead of Tom the Tech. Oh, a little less. About 8 seconds, maybe 7.5, 8 seconds in. Ahead of Tom the Tech there, and I'm not sure what happened to the NSX driver here tonight, but just a little couple bobbles potentially, and it's put him a little bit off the pace of the race here. Arby's came through in the clutch. Well, I hope you're enjoying your food. Hope you're enjoying the food, my guy. Alright, so it's Black Widow 20 seconds up the road here. We got Larry in 2nd position. He's got 4.2 seconds over Bo Snipe, who's starting to open a gap up on Lucas 36 here a little bit. Almost has that up to 2 seconds. Misdevious is closing the gap up on Lucas 36 here, and now has it down to 1.4 seconds. So again, as the drivers make their pit stops and change their racing tire compounds, it is changing the pace and the position of these drivers as they continue around the racetrack. We got Risky here back up into 6th position. We got Dirty Air here in 7th. We got Leo in 8th, and we got Tom here in 9th position. He's on that racing hard tire right now. Great shot of our chopper crew hard at work here in the racetrack as well from our ground crew there. And I'm not sure where the chopper's going there. He's getting a great shot for us here somewhere on the racetrack, I'm sure, but it is Black Widow coming around here, and right now clear and free, but is going to have to make a pit stop here in the near future. So we'll see if that 20-second gap is going to be enough to hold these drivers off. I don't believe it will be. I think we need to see about 35 seconds from a full tank fuel to stay ahead of the cars chasing in behind. So Larry's in 2nd. We got Bo here in 3rd place, 2.6 seconds in behind. We got Lucas 36 has gotten just a little tiny bit of breathing room on Misdevious there in that last part of the racetrack, about 3/10 there. And Ms. Devi is closing it right back up there, coming through that corner, got it down to under a second. So not really gaining or losing on each other here right now are these two. In 4th and 5th place. Right now is kind of where the battle's at. We got Risky there. Ooh, a 1 second penalty, and that's not going to be ideal for his chase back up to the front of the pack there. We got Dirty Air here in 7th position. We got Leo in 8th, and we got Tom here in 9th position. So Black Widow now into pit lane there, and you can see the gas man fueling up that race car. Alright, so it is Larry Birch here leading the charge, and the gap is almost 3 seconds to Bo Snipe in behind here in 2nd place. From there, it's Miss Devi is 2 seconds in behind them. Black Widow still sitting in pit lane, gonna lose that position to Risky, who just goes by there down the start finish line. Black Widow's gonna settle into 5th place after that pit stop. Dirty Air is going to come out about 4.5 seconds in behind Black Widow here in 6th position. Leo is about 10 seconds back of those drivers here currently right now in 7th. We got Lucas 36 here in pit lane in 8th. And Tom the Tech is going to, looks like he's going to grab that spot there in 9th place. So all the drivers still in striking distance here, grabbing position on one another at some point near the end of this race. Just going to see how it all kind of unfolds here now, as I believe we're going to be seeing a whole lot of the field on that soft tire to end this race, and 1 or 2 drivers maybe not on that soft tire on a different tire compound, and that is going to potentially make things fairly interesting here on the track. So Larry Birch 2 seconds up the road from Bo Snipe here in 2nd. We got Miss Devious here currently running in 3rd position. We got Risky in 4th place here, and the gap is 5.7 seconds in behind the Porsche right now. Black Widow is 3 seconds in behind Risky here, and trying to close in on that driver here as well and re-engage that battle for position. We got Dirty Air in 6th place, and he's in no man's land right now, almost 10 seconds on both sides here, so he really can just focus on having a good quality stint here right now. You can see Risky up there, and I'm not sure what's happened there. Hold on, let's go take a look at that. That was interesting because the gap was 9 seconds. Risky may have made a mistake there, as Black Widow's now up into 4th position here. So Risky potentially having an off-track moment there, and that's going to change the way this race is unfolding here for him right now. He's going to have to refocus up and get locked back in. Clearly he's got some pace. He's got the fastest lap on the racetrack here. We got Lucas 36 in 8th. We got Tom the Tech here in 9th position. But it is Larry Birch here to continue the charge up the racetrack, but it's only 1.4 seconds now to teammate Bo Snipe in behind here in 2nd place. Miss Devious is 2.3 seconds behind those two here in 3rd. Black Widow is 8.8 seconds in behind the podium here right now in 4th place, and then again Dirty Air and Risky now battling it out here for 5th and 6th place, and game on as Dirty Air makes the position around Risky there, but gets potentially a little bit wrong. And look at the gains that Risky get on that McLaren right there, and it's going into Bridge Hill. He's going to have the inside track there and sends it through not Bridge Hill, sorry, the second last corner, and Risky just absolutely executing that pass very, very beautifully right there on Dirty Air, and that was a good, healthy battle between the two. Dirty Air just got the position from Risky, and then Risky immediately answering back there, and he just sends it right nice and tidy up in through the inside part of the corner there, gets the job done, and Dirty Air sitting there now chasing the rear end of that Mercedes driver just like that. That was a very efficient, clean pass right there. Decisive move by Risky. Got Lucas 36 here in 8th place, and he's got that Ferrari about 7.5 seconds up the road in front. And we got Tom the Tech coming into pit lane here in 9th position. So some interesting strategies happening here. Alright, so Larry Birch's lead is diminishing here to Bo Snipe right now, and it is car length between the two drivers here. And Bo Snipe gets a run up the inside here coming out of the corner. It's going to be side by side here for the race lead between Larry and Bo Snipe. Larry has the inside for the next corner, but Bo is going to have the advantage coming out, and he does get the job done. So Bo Snipe now moving into the race lead here over Larry Birch, now putting him down into second place in that little battle there has allowed Miss Devious to close up here almost down to just under 1.2 seconds there in third place. Black Widow here trying to chase that front group down, now 7 seconds in behind. Risky 7.6 seconds in behind Black Widow. Dirty Hair is 3.5 seconds in behind Risky, and Risky very quickly moving up the racetrack. We got Leo here in 7th position. Lucas 36 closing in fairly quickly on him here as well. And 5.4 seconds now that gap. And Tom the Tech here after a pit stop in 9th position. I think that's like his 3rd or 4th pit stop, or I think that's his 4th stop here tonight. So at 25.5 minutes on the clock here still as well. Alright, side by side here is Miss Devious and Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch, and Larry is going to defend the inside of the chicane heading in here, and Miss Devious is going to just take it in a little bit deeper and get the job done. So Miss Devious now going to move up into second place here ahead of Larry Birch, and again another very decisive move there between those two drivers, and a pretty quick efficient battle there. And Black Widow still tracking here, 6 seconds in behind. We got Risky 7.5 seconds still, just maintaining that gap distance right now, but continuing to open the gap up on Dirty Air here a little bit. We got Leo here 8 seconds in behind, and Lucas is now only 4.5 seconds in behind and closing. So Lucas very, very quickly gaining on that Ferrari up in front here as well. So Bo Snipe now our new race leader here, currently 2 seconds up the road from Miss Devious there in second place. We got Larry coming into pit lane from 3rd position there, so that's going to give Black Widow back the podium for the time being here as the drivers continue around the racetrack. Risky's going to move up into 4th place with that pit stop from our Lexus driver Larry. Dirty Air is coming around here. It's going to be a 5th place as he comes across the line, of course, with that pit stop of the Lexus in pit lane there. It looks like Leo is also going to grab a spot there and move up into 6th place. Lucas 36 is just going to jump ahead here. Oh, it's very close, yes, and he is, of course, at speed. So Larry Birch just coming out of pit lane there. He's not up to speed yet, and Lucas is going to move up in front here for the time being. 1.2 seconds right now is that gap. And we got Tom the Tech here in 9th position. So Bo Snipe 1.8 seconds is the gap to the Porsche, and behind him is Devious, and it's only 5.7 seconds now the gap between herself and Black Widow here in 3rd position. So Black Widow is starting to chase those two down. We got Risky here in 4th position. It's still 7.3 seconds, so not able to really gain right now on the 3rd place driver, but that does mean he is also gaining on those front two as well, because Black Widow is gaining on the front two. So we've got ATK's Leo here in 6th place, and Lucas 36 just in behind here, just under a second now as we come into that corner, and the Ferrari getting a good launch out of there is actually going to pick some time back up. Pardon me, on Lucas 36 there. We got Larry Birch here in 8th position. We got Tom the Tech here in 9th place. Got one of those sneezes that's telling me I'm going to sneeze, but it won't let me sneeze. It'll come at the worst moment now. We got Bo Snipe here in 1st place. We got Miss Devious here in 2nd position. And Black Widow's just coming into the bridge here right now. So definitely closing in. She can just see those drivers heading into the chicane. They're just a little dot up there, but you can definitely see those drivers heading into the chicane here now from 3rd position. And I wanted to look back just a little bit sooner than that. I don't think Risky can quite see Black Widow yet, but again, still managing that gap here. 7.4 seconds behind. Got Dirty Air here in McLaren. He's just coming into the chicane here right now as well. Lucas 36 chasing 7 seconds in behind here in 6th place. We got Leo here in 7th position. We got Larry in 8th. We got Tom the Tech here in 9th place. So back out to the TV crew as Bo Snipe comes around here to start lap 13 and just maintaining about a 2-second gap here on 2nd place Miss Devious. Black Widow here in 3rd position. It's Risky in 4th. Well, we can definitely confirm, Colt, that you're wrong on him starting on that tire. So, yeah, he could be in a little bit of trouble here. Alright, Risky in 4th place. We got Dirty Air coming into pit lane here in 5th. We got Lucas in 6th place. We got Leo in 7th. We got Larry in 8th. And we got Tom here in 9th position. Alright, so it is Bo Snipe here, still leading the way, opening the gap up a little bit more here. The gap is now 2.6 seconds from the 2 drivers here. We got Black Widow closing in, 4 seconds in behind now. The 2 drivers up in front, 6 seconds in behind later. Risky is closing in on the 2 race leaders, but still, again, just not able to close that gap on Black Widow up in front in 3rd place ahead of him there. Lucas 36 here, he's got a lot of time there between himself and 4th place right now, almost 20 seconds. Got Leo here in 6th, Larry in 7th, just 3 seconds in behind. Dirty Air here in 8th place, and Tom the Tech here from Flying Fox Racing in 9th, and we can 1 cart in behind the wall here very early on in the race, like lap 3 or 4 or somewhere in there. Alright, so we got 19 and a little bit of a few seconds remaining here. 19 minutes and call it 30 seconds remaining in the race. And 2.5 seconds still the gap between Bo and Miss Devious. Black Widow here in 3rd place here, 3.4 seconds. So slowly but surely just peeling away at the time to the front leaders here. Risky falling a little bit behind there in that last sector, maybe again just made a little mistake potentially. Now 9 seconds in behind Black Widow there in 3rd place. 1 more pit most likely, Jay. Yeah, you're probably right. Got Lucas 36 here in 5th place. We've got Leo here in 6th position, and Larry is closed the door here. He's got it down to a car length now between himself and the Ferrari. Just going to stick with this here for a few corners and see if anything develops here between the 2 drivers. And that gap about 3/4 of a second here still. Alright, so our race leader has come into pit lane. Miss Devious is also going to come into pit lane. So again, that's going to give Black Widow the race lead back here. It's going to be Bo and Miss Devious in 2nd and 3rd place now coming in. But Risky's going to take that honor back and move himself up into 2nd position. 9 seconds in behind Black Widow here now on the racetrack. And where is Lucas here? Lucas is just coming around the final corner here right now. Should be able to benefit from this pit stop as well. And that should be good enough to put him up into 3rd place on the track. We got Bo's going to come out just in behind Lucas there. Miss Devious is going to come out just a couple seconds in behind Bo. That's going to put Larry coming out just in behind Miss Devious as she enters turn number 1 there. And that's going to be just a couple second gap between the 2. Leo's coming into pit lane. Dirty Air just made a pit stop last time around, and Tom the Tech here in 9th place, and we're going to see 1 more stop from that driver here, it looks like tonight as well yet. Alright, so it's Black Widow here in the race lead. There's 17 minutes left on the clock in a few seconds, and not looking like she's going to have the fuel to make the rest of the race, so definitely going to be a stop coming from her yet. Risky here. Going to be seeing a stop coming from him here as well in the near future. We're going to be seeing another stop coming from Lucas 36, I'm assuming, in the near future. And that leaves Bo Snipe as a question mark here. He has potentially maybe made his final pit stop of the race. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Miss Devious here in 5th place, potentially her last pit stop of the race as well. We've got Larry here in 6th place, and hard to say if he's got the fuel load in that car. He may need a splash of fuel before this race is over. We got Dirty Air here in 7th place. We got Leo and Tom the Tech here now battling for 8th and 9th place here on the racing surface, and side-by-side battling here. Warm versus cold tires basically is the difference here between the two cars right now. And Tom the Tech doing a great job at hanging it out on the outside there, heading into the next corner where he's going to have the inside line. And he is going to make that stick and take 8th place away from ATK Leo for the time being here anyways on the racetrack. So that was a good move right there by Tom the Tech on Leo. Good little healthy battle between the two drivers. Black Widow here is 6.5 seconds now ahead of Risky, and is she going to pit this next time around? Hard to say. Risky is in 2nd position, and definitely looking like he's going to be pitting this time around, and much of the same for Lucas 36. Got Bo here in 4th place, and hard to say if he's got enough. Hard to say. Miss Devious much in the same boat. So it is Larry. He is trying to put pressure on Miss Devious. They're up in 5th place here on the track. We got Dirty Air here in 7th. We got Tom in 8th. We got Leo in 9th. And we got a driver in pit lane and it's Risky Replicant here. So again, gonna go for the undercut here on Black Widow, and we'll see how that works out for him. Got Lucas 36 coming into pit lane here. That's going to put Bo back up into 2nd position. And, well, 30 seconds is to gap the Black Widow up in front. So, I don't know if she's got enough gap there or not, but she is going to be coming out on some very healthy racing tires if she does, not if, when she does finally make that pit stop. So, there is going to be room for her to try and charge back. Towards Bo Snipe, if that is the case. Had a little freeze in the matrix there. I thought the stream crashed for a second. I apologize. Black Widow here, just doing everything right now she can open the gap up. 30 seconds, give or take between her and Bo. 2.5 seconds between Miss Devious and Bo. We got Larry just in behind, 4.2 seconds in behind. Risky here in 5th place, it just made that pit stop. Got Dirty Air here in 6th. We got Lucas in 7th. We got Leo in 8th, and Tom the Tech coming out for what I would believe to be his final pit stop here tonight. I would believe anyway. Alright, so 13 minutes left on the clock. You can see that fuel tank starting to dip into the lows here on this Genesis. So probably getting a fuel warning here now in that racing car. And is definitely going to be aware that they're going to have to make a pit stop here this time around. So we got Bo Snipe in 2nd place. Again, looking to take that win away from Miss Devious and Black Widow, who are currently the ones challenging for the race lead. Got Larry here in 4th position. We got Risky here in 5th. We got Dirty Air in 6th. We got Lucas in 7th. Leo here in 8th. Tom the Tech in 9th position. Alright, so we should be seeing a pit stop coming from Black Widow here, if I'm not mistaken. That is a correct assessment. So let's jump in with Bo. The gap was 30.6 seconds. trying to take it back. I thought we were going to see we did see Black Widow go in the pit lane there, so Bo does just beat Black Widow around there, and that's what we were waiting for there. So Black Widow, you can see just in the background there, you can see Medivh just in behind there in third place as well. So 1.2 seconds is that gap between first and second place here now, and it is a question mark whether or not this driver is going to have the fuel to go all the way. We got Medivh here in third place, and then question mark looms over this car here on the racetrack as well. We got Larry here in fourth position. We got Risky in fifth. We got Lucas in sixth place, 13.8 seconds in behind. Dirty Air here in seventh. We got Leo in eighth, and Tom in ninth place here on the racetrack. So very quickly, Black Widow back to work and trying to charge down the McLaren driver up in front here. And it is Bo Snipe with the race lead, now trying to open the gap back up on Black Widow and Miss Devious. So 1 second the gap between the McLaren and Genesis here right now, and we're shaping up to see ourselves a little battle for the lead at some point potentially before the end of this race here. Black Widow continues to work on that charge to catch up to Bo Snipe. Miss Devious has other plans on her mind here, sitting in third place, 1.5 seconds in behind, going, come on, I just need that slip, I just need that little bit of slipstream, and I am going to absolutely put a wrench in both your guys' programs and take the race win from both. So, potential three-way battle for the race lead starting to develop there. We got Larry here, not that far in behind, 7.5 seconds. Anything kicks off and goes wrong, he is there to pick up potential pieces. We got Risky here in fifth place. We got Lucas in sixth. We got Dirty Air in seventh. We got Leo in eighth, and we got Tom the Tech here in ninth position. But it is Bo Snipe still leading the way here and opening the gap back up a little bit on Black Widow here in that Genesis. So game on. Here we go again. Through the chicane for the 16th time here tonight. And boy, we're getting down to it, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? We're just over 9 minutes remaining, so we're going to see 3 laps left on this racetrack here, and that is going to be it for our Pro Division season here. And we'll be crowning a champion here in a few minutes' time, so that is wonderful. Bo is doing a good job at holding the charge off from Black Widow here right now. Miss Devious is just in behind, 1.7 seconds, trying to close back up on those two as well. And we got Larry just in behind there in fourth place, 8.2 seconds in behind. You can see them cars going around that final corner. If that's not incentive enough, nothing is, ladies and gentlemen. We got Risky here in fifth place, and looking like that may be where the race is going to be there. Lucas 36 is trying to put some pressure on here and closing that gap as well. We've got Dirty Air here in seventh, we got Leo in eighth, and we got Tom here in ninth position. Go get him, Bo. One more pit maybe. Let's go, Widow Devious. Alright, so it's Bo Snipe, still just under a second here to Black Widow here in second place, who's currently running a purple sector on the racetrack here, and Lucas 36 now the fastest man on the racetrack with a 3:03.485, and now we're getting into alien times around the racetrack here. We've got Miss Devious in third position, we got Larry here in fourth, we got Risky in fifth, we got Lucas 36 here in sixth place, alien in the flesh here right now. We got Dirty Air here in seventh, we got Leo in eighth, and we got Tom the Tech here in ninth position. And here we go, it's getting very close, half a second separating first and second place here now on lap 17, and we're not even halfway around this lap yet, so there is plenty of track and battling to potentially happen here yet in the race. And it is Bo Snipe still leading the charge here from Black Widow in second. We got Miss Devious in behind here in third place, and 2.6 seconds now is the gap there. We've got Larry Birch here in fourth position, and Risky is trying to chase him down in fifth place there. He's just under 9 seconds, 8.5 right now here on that racetrack, and still coming down. We got Lucas 36 here in sixth place, and only getting very increment amounts on Risky up in front. We got Dirty Air here in seventh position. We got ATK's Leo here in 8th place, and Tom the Tech here rounding out our field 9th, and of course Apex Sim Race's Jakey retired very early on from the race with 10th place finish here tonight. So it is coming down to the wire, and are we going to see some fireworks here in our pro division as well, as Black Widow is really starting to push on trying to catch Bo Snipe here, and this is going to be right down to the wire here if there is going to be a fight between these two. Alright, so we are just monitoring this battle here. 3/4 of a second is the gap between the Genesis and that McLaren right now. Bo Snipe, very comfortable in his McLaren. Black Widow, very comfortable in her Genesis. This is going to be a battle to the end. Going to be a battle to the end. Bo's doing a really great job here, just keeping Black Widow just out of striking distance here right now. As we start lap 18, we got 5 minutes on the clock, and ooh, it's going to be close. It's going to be close. Black Widow in second, Miss Devious in third, Risky in fourth. Larry's got to come in for a splash of fuel, and that is not going to be ideal there for him here. We got Dirty Air in seventh, we got Leo in eighth, and we got Tom here in ninth. And again, that might be by design. That pit strategy, and that is definitely going to look like it's the case. He's coming out on the slowest racing tire here now at the end of the race, being on that hard. So going to be interesting to see where he shakes up here now in this race in comparison to the rest of our drivers who are on the soft tires at the end of the stint. So Bo is starting to feel some pressure here right now. We got Black Widow just a car length in behind, and just doing some work right now, trying to apply some pressure, try to force him into a mistake. Anything can happen here on the racetrack, so here we go. Gonna take a short line. That's gonna be side by side, not quite. She tried to get the run there, she just could not get the run on that McLaren, and boy, she's trying. She is trying. Let's go, Lucas. Alright, here we go. It is nose to tail here now, our race leader and second place. And, ooh, Bo gets it a little bit wide, but that's alright. That corner, you can do that there, and it doesn't seem to really cost you anything. And as we're coming into this very tight corner here, it is a half-second gap now opened back up from Bo Snipe here. So that McLaren is gaining a little bit in some of these tighter sectors here, but I suspect that Genesis is going to gain right back on these more big throaty sectors where it's just a big straight line launch, and you can see the timer coming down now on the straightaway here. So it is game on between first and second place. Let's go see what's happening here. We got Devious just behind, Lucas in fourth place, we got Risky there in fifth, and oh, he's picked up a little bit of damage there. You hate to see that. We got Dirty Air here in sixth place, we got Larry in seventh, we got Leo in eighth, and Tom the Tech here in ninth, and we are going to definitely get back up front here and continue with our race leaders, as the clock is now under 3 minutes to go here. So when they do come around the start finish line, this is going to be their final lap, and it's going to be a one lap showdown here for the race win between these two drivers. So it is only separated by 0.4 of a second. Bo Snipe has done everything right here so far to defend the charge from Black Widow. And oh, he gets it a little bit wrong. He got it wide into the final corner right there. And boy, we've seen what happens in that corner here so far on finale night. And he's very fortunate not to suffer the same fate and not lose any time there as well. So here we go, game on. Bo Snipe, Black Widow, battle for P1 here, final lap of the race. Long 10-week season, all going to come down to these last corners on this racetrack here at St. Croix A. So racetrack we're not used to seeing too often here on Gran Turismo 7, but boy, what a flowing fast racetrack this has turned out to be, and it's providing for some great action on the racetrack here as well. And it is both these drivers just so on point right now. Neither one of them willing to give a millimeter, not willing to make a wiggle, not willing to make just a minor mistake at this point, and both these drivers just hyper focused on trying to get to that checkered flag first. And oh wow, what a great race we got between first and second place here. We're just waiting to see if Black Widow's going to find an opportunity. Bo's doing a great job of putting that car on the apexes right now, not giving her an easy route. And he is definitely having a hard time getting into a position where she can try and even attempt to get a nose in on him here either. So we are nearing about the third waypoint around this racetrack here right now. We're on this very hard, fast, sweeping corner, and it is 0.4 of a second gap between the Genesis and that McLaren. And here we go, push is on. Let's go, Bo, says Tattooed. Almost a repeat as last night, says Kilt. Almost. Let's not see that tonight. Let's not see that tonight. Alright, so here we go. This is a very fast part of the racetrack. We got this very slow, hard braking, very hard to green corner here. And this is Bo's been proven to be very strong here in this corner, but a wiggle on the exit, that's going to cost him a 10th there. And now as we head up into Bridge Hill here, we're getting just at the halfway point of this lap here, a little over now. And Black Widow's running out of corners, so she's going to try and make something happen here on Bo Snipe. So first and second place, and here we go. Make that car as wide as possible. He is doing a great job of doing that. That is for sure. All right, we're sticking with this. There's not anything else really happening on the track here. This is where it's at. And these are literally nose to tail here as they come around the first part of the chicane. Black Widow is trying to find any space to find position to get around Bo, and Bo is just making that McLaren as wide as he possibly can. As Tattoo Freak just said right now, this is an absolutely beautiful battle here. We got 2 corners remaining, and we are going to be crowning our first and second place drivers here in this race tonight. But we already have a champion crowned here in this lobby, and that is Lucas 36. So the fireworks are coming here between these two, and it looks like Bo has just gotten enough done here to hold off that Genesis. And as we come around the final corner, big slide, oh my goodness. And is it going to be Black Widow? She cannot get the run. She could not take advantage of the mistake of Bo Snipe, and we almost seen a repeat of last night. It's going to be Bo Snipe for the race win, Black Widow in second place. And wow, oh wow, that corner providing to be very ruthless this week. Mischievous is going to come across, going to take it home here in third place. We got Lucas 36 coming around, our championship winner here in our pro class. He's going to bring it home here in fourth place. And wow, oh wow, another great race finish here by this division. Vic, what is up? Come on, Larry. Larry's a-coming. So close to a track limit penalty. That's very close to a track limit penalty. That is going to be Lucas there with a fourth place finish here on the night. We got Risky here in fifth place. Dirty Air not too far in behind there as well. Little wiggle coming from Risky as he comes across. He's going to finish his season with a fifth place finish here in the finale. Dirty Air is going to bring it home there with the sixth place finish here with Victory Pace Racing. Larry's going to bring it home in seventh position. We've got ATK Leo here in eighth place, and we got Tom the Tech here in ninth position. And we'll stick with Tom the Tech here as he comes around. Way to finish it off, Bo. That was a great race right there. Congrats to both those drivers. That was a great race finish. Good hard battling right there, and Bo did just enough there to hold out the charge for Black Widow. Didn't give her an easy way to make the pass, and she didn't make the pass. So that is textbook driving right there by those two drivers here to finish off the season. That's for sure. Alright, it's going to be Flying Fox Racing bringing home his season here with a ninth place finish here in the finale. Tough race here for the NSX driver tonight, but great job here by all our pros. And it'll be Apex Jakey with a 10th place finish here tonight, and we're not sure what that's going to put as far as the implications goes on the standings here, but it is going to be very close between him and Black Widow for third place overall in the season. Alright, so it is Bo Snipe with the race win. It's going to be Black Widow in second place, Misdevious in third position, Lucas 36 in fourth, and that fastest lap point, 303.267. Risky there with the Mercedes in fifth place, Dirty Air in sixth position. We got Larry Birch there in seventh place, Leo in eighth position. It's going to be Tom the Tech finishing out in ninth place, and Jake here in 10th position. And a replay being saved. There we go. All right, GG's to all of our Pro Division drivers, and that was a pretty crazy season from these drivers this season. Some absolutely blazing fast laps coming out of this division all season long, and just congratulations to all the drivers on some really great, solid racing here this season. That's for sure. All right, if I can get my Discord to work, we will do podium interviews. Come on, Discord, you can do it. Maybe it can't. Maybe it can. My computer's been running very, very slow tonight, so I apologize if the stream's been laggy at all. That's a very good possibility. That's on my end tonight. I'm assuming that there's probably a pending update or something coming for the computer, and it just hasn't showed up yet. Come on, Discord. You can do it. We want to talk to our drivers. Alright, it's almost there. Not kidding, man. I'm telling you, my computer is just not running good tonight. Not running good tonight at all. Oh, it's doing an update. Lovely. That would explain why my computer has not been running very well. Lucas is our Pro Division Series champion here this season. We had a good lead, a 90-point lead coming into the race tonight. So, again, couldn't be touched tonight, but still, nonetheless, coming out and finishing off his season there as well. Double points tonight too as well. So, there's a good possibility we're going to see some moving of positions around in those standings here once we verify our official results at the end of the week. Of course, everything is pending stewarding still. Just because it's the end of the season doesn't mean that they get to skip the process of that, unfortunately. So we have to give them their 24 hours to file any incident reports here in the race tonight. And then if there's no reports coming in, we'll lock in those standings and call it a season. Call it a season. For the Pro Division, that is. We still got our Pro-Ams tomorrow night here. And one last ride from our Roving Island World Tour 2 North America series here provided by DDR. And come on, Discord. You're almost there. Wow, it is really taking its time. I'm coming, drivers. I'm coming, I promise. There we go. They're all in there waiting already. Alright. Alright, so we are going to turn some audios on so you can all hear everybody. Obviously, that's important. Just going to check on the computer loudness. We are good to go. Alright, let's do us some podium interviews, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Risky, I'm off to sleep. Hey, appreciate you. Have a good night, Risky. Thanks for racing, brother. Appreciate you, my dude. Have a good rest, my guy. Well earned, well earned. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So now that we are finally in the interview booth here, we can finally have a chat with our drivers here. So let's start with our third. His second? All right, let's start with our second place driver, Black Widow here. Again, great battle there at the end of the race between yourself and Bo Snipe, and boy, oh boy, real hard charge there at the end, but he just didn't leave you an avenue to make it easy, and timer ran out on you, but very close racing, and absolutely great second place finish here from you tonight. So talk us through your evening.
Um, Jesus, where do I start? Well, I'm sorry. During my strategy, I tried to, when I pitted, I was supposed to take 5 laps of fuel, 6 laps of fuel. I took 5. So when on my stand of mediums, I ended up having to, do the best I can to get 5 laps of fuel turn into 6 laps. So I lost time there. And then my wheel disconnected on me over the bridge. And I got real lucky. I was able to reset it right away. I mean, it was a good race. They're great racers. Everybody on the track was great. Bo's really fast. I mean, I was right behind him and I kept getting the dirty air. I couldn't keep up with it. It was just so difficult. Um, he went around that turn second to last lap, and I was in his dirty air, and I was too close to him, and I ran into the wall and got damaged. But I know he's really fast, so congratulations to him for such a great race, and the rest of everybody else.
Absolutely, and varying strategies, lots of different pit strategies out on the racetrack there today, and you know, no exception for yourself as well. Like I said, you kind of made a mistake in your strategy early on in the race, and kind of had to make up for it throughout the remainder of the race to get you to the point where you were at the end of the race. But absolutely great battle at the end of the race. I mean, that was very fun to watch. We weren't sure what was going to happen there, and then you know, we had that ball came around the corner, hooked that curb just a tiny little bit there, and it kind of got his McLaren a little bit out to lunch, a little bit side to side, and you just weren't able to quite take advantage. But you know, another close finish here from this division. We've seen a lot of close finishes at the start finish line, especially for podium positions this season. And well, the finale, I guess, why should that be any exception, right, folks? But
Oh yeah.
really great racing from you. I mean, you're coming in just a little bit late to the season. I think you said the first week of racing here, but overall pretty happy with your results here this season.
Yeah. Yeah. I came in late on that one, so I lost a lot of points there. And a couple of races weren't so good for me. So I got to work on it and get better. Maybe I'll get Bo to teach me some more better lap times. Yeah, it was difficult. From the point standings, I think unfortunately Jakey ended up having to disconnect from the system. I'm not sure what happened there. I feel bad for him. He was doing relatively good. But I think I think the standings supposed to be in third now. I'm not sure. You'll have to do the math.
Absolutely, we haven't had any of that information come across yet, but the implication is not quite as high as last night's IAM division, of course, there where the championship was very already settled here as far as our champion crowning was. But again, like you said, quite potentially just jumping up into third place overall in the season there as well. And I guess any final remarks you'd like to add to your race tonight and or on the season, and any shoutouts you'd like to throw out to the viewers watching at home.
Well, I appreciate everything that GT45 did for the race. You guys worked so freaking hard, and it's so difficult. I'm sure every driver really appreciates everything you did. Successfully, a couple of races ago, everything was a madhouse. But, you guys do such a great job. I got to thank TT Racing, 10/10 Racing. Everybody on there, they're like so supportive. These people are, we're more than just a team, we're a family, and it really shows. Everybody knows it. Miss Devious, great. She helps me out with all my training, and it's just been great. JSET, he's such a good talent. He's a rising talent, really good guy. And Egon and fast Ginger, and Alpha. I mean, they're all just such great people. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Oh yeah, you, a Ghost. And, it's just been so great. I don't know how to thank all you guys, all the racers for, letting me win every once in a while. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and we definitely appreciate seeing you on track. And the only driver in the Genesis here this season as well. So great performance in a very, very tough lobby. Of course, this being the top lobby in the series. So every driver in this division is very, very quick. And well, as you all seen here tonight, even when you are just as fast as the driver in front of you, it doesn't mean you're going to grab a position on that driver. And a very close second place finish here for Black Widow tonight. And congratulations on that. And with that being said, we'll let you get back to that clubhouse in the paddock and go celebrate with the team.
Thank you very much, and we'll all see you in the next race.
Absolutely, we appreciate you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go talk to the other lady of the night, shall we? We have two lady racers here in this pro division this season here at Roving Island World Tour, and both of them found their way to the podium here tonight. So Miss Devious, a Porsche 911 driver here tonight, had a good race, great pace, good strategy. Made a two-stop work in that car, which is a little bit surprising because we all know that straight line speed is not the best of Porsche, and you got to kind of work that car to get some speed out of it. But great car management, and it pays off with a third place finish right at the end of the season for you. So congratulations on that, and talk us through your night.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. The Porsche is very nimble, but as you said, it's just not very fast in a straight line. So I was trying to capitalize on the benefits of the Porsche. And tire management was also crucial, along with the fuel, especially on the softs. And towards the end of the race, I was really starting to nurse it. Um, but with the pit strategy that I was thinking, with the testing that we had done, I I knew that a two stop was going to be the way to go if I could just maybe possibly, roll the dice early on in the race and see if I could make it work. And I just ran out of fuel coming up the front straight, coming into the pit. Uh, so I got it timed. No, I couldn't have timed it any better to be honest. But had a great race. Managed to keep the car out of harm's way, especially in lap two, coming through. Coming through one of the sections there was an accident. I really had to be mindful and try to keep the car in relatively good shape. And what can I say? It all worked out. Um, but yeah, that's what more can I say? Damn.
Absolutely. I mean, you showed good pace all season long as well, and sitting right up in the top half of the standings here in this fast lobby, this division here this season as well. So overall, pretty satisfied with how the season went for you here this season.
Overall, yes. I did have a couple of races early on in the season that I just got completely hammered. Uh, so bad, in fact, that I had contemplated quitting the series. It was an absolute nightmare. Um, but going into round three, everything really turned around, um, and my luck had changed. Uh, Given that I had that setback for round one and two, which really hurt me in the points. Um, all in all, I gotta say that I'm happy with the result that I ended up getting today. I don't know where that puts me in the standings, but I'll take it. Top half is fine.
Absolutely, and the Porsche seemed to be a fairly popular choice in the series this season, and a very good car for sim racers in GT7 to kind of jump into and really start to get a handle on the speed of these GT3 cars, the performance of the GT3 cars, and it's just a very good, solid, stable race car to learn on, and we see in the car a lot. Is it just one of your favorite cars you like to drive because you definitely show it on the racetrack when you have it out there competing.
Uh, at first, I'm typically not a fan of Porsche. But there was an event that we took part in uh, with the GTRC. Uh, there was a tribute race, and the car of choice was the Porsche. And I got to know it pretty well pretty quickly, and wasn't a fan of it at first, but I am now. It's an all around solid platform. Um, Could use a little bit more top end speed. Uh, but other than that, it's a nice platform. It handles really well. Uh, it's pretty forgiving if you make a mistake with it. It's not gonna slap you in the face with it. Um, like some of the other cars that I've driven, you make a minor mistake and you're trying to get a hold of it. Props to Black Widow with that Genesis. I don't know how she's able to drive that thing that fast and still keep it underneath of her. Like kudos, kudos to you. Congratulations to Bo as well. That's got to be the fastest I've seen you drive yet. Wow, good race, everybody. Great race.
Absolutely, and another storybook ending to another division this season. We had a pretty spectacular finish last night in the AM division. We had a pretty spectacular finish here again tonight in the pro division. I mean, what's in the books for tomorrow with our pro ams? I mean, that's the biggest question now, right, ladies and gentlemen? But it was a great season. It's great to watch you out there, and of course, we always love seeing our female sim racers come out and compete at such high levels and such fast-paced lobbies as well. And you guys are kicking butt out there for the ladies, and we definitely love to see it. So, any final remarks or anything you want to add to your season and or race tonight, and any shout-outs for the viewers watching at home?
If you're happen to be watching the races and the series and you'd like to take part, please, by all means, please come join us on the GT45 server. You're not going to be disappointed. Um, you hear all the interviews where everybody is super nice. Um, that's really what it's like on the GT45 server. You're not going to get bullied or anything like that. Uh, come come join us. You'll have a blast. Shout outs. I got to give a shout out to my boss Brian and Jack. Really got to say that kind of lied to my boss today. Told him I wasn't feeling well, and then he immediately sent me home because he doesn't want to get sick. So took full advantage of that and got home early and started practicing a little bit more today. I'm sure I'll pay the price for it tomorrow. Sorry, boss. What do you want me to say? Shout out to my man Rob. Support me when I'm practicing with my team and whatnot. Which then, of course, brings me to my team, 10 Cents Racing. You guys are absolutely awesome. Black Widow, Ghost, Fast Ginger, Egon, JSets, Alpha, Kilt, who just joined, Palm Tree. You guys are absolutely amazing. Uh, couldn't do it without you guys. You guys are absolutely top notch in my book. Uh, family, like Dom Toretto, family. But yeah, just want to see more people out on the track. Come join us, guys, please. It's a lot more fun with a lot more people. You're not gonna be disappointed.
Well, we appreciate that, and very well said, and definitely appreciate all your efforts behind the scenes here throughout the season as well, not only as a racer but also as one of the administration staff. So, it's a long season. It's in the books here. The drivers will get to take a little bit of a breath now and sit back and get to watch these pro-ams kick at it tomorrow night and do it one more time here. But congratulations on a great finish here tonight. Congratulations on a great racing season for yourself.
Thank
And
you.
we'll let you get back to that team paddock as well and go celebrate with Black Widow and the rest of the team behind the scenes.
Absolutely. I think I hear them chanting my name. Gotta go. Thanks. Bye, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Our ladies of the night there. Let's go talk to our race winner. Mr. Bo Snipe came in, had a little bit of a different strategy by design, not induced by an accident on the racetrack or anything like that, and worked that strategy really well. He stayed patient, he stayed calm. When he chose to battle, he made it very decisive. He got some very quick moves made when he needed to make them, and a very hard defense for about the last 10 minutes of the race there. And that was good enough for him to come across the checkered flag first tonight and on the top of the podium. So, it's been an up and down season, and you finish it off with a bang here with a big race win. Congratulations. Talk us through your night.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, how about the girls? I'm telling you, it was really good to see them get to show what they really are capable of. I am so in awe of watching the girls get the finish that we all knew they were capable of. That I so much enjoyed that. My race went really good. Like you said, I just stayed calm. I had two strategies in mind, and I was flip flopping right before the start. And as soon as you started the race, I said, well, there's my strategy. So with the race starting, I had that's the strategy I was on. And I stuck to it, stayed patient with it. And a couple times I kind of started thinking about it a little bit, and I said, no, just drive. It's going to work out, and you're going to fall where you're going to fall. So, um, uh, so I saw Miss Widow pit there, and I'm going. When she comes out, she's going to be close. She's going to be close to me, and this is going to be a race to the end. So I just I just tried to focus on driving. Wasn't trying to think. Looking out the windshield and just doing what I needed to do. And a couple of times there I pushed it, put almost too hard, but I kept it under me. And then the final corner coming to the checkers, I almost pulled a J set there. I'm going, and somehow I didn't panic. I just kind of let the car do its thing and kind of just worked the wheel just gently, and luckily it caught back up underneath me and was able to gas it up and make it to the finish line. So I almost threw it away there. It was a pretty big slide, but overall the strategy worked exactly how it was supposed to. Um, I wasn't sure it would be as successful as it was, but again, I put in a lot of laps, a lot of practice, but I think I'm starting to find my area where I'm getting enough practice without overdoing it. I'm starting to find that place. So because I've had a couple races in a row now, this will be third one in a row that I've had in this series and another series where it went really well. Things did worked out really well. So I'm finding all that. But yeah, uh, really proud to see the girls get podium finishes. That's awesome. Been waiting to see them show what they really can do. So that shout out to them.
I mean, shout out to all the drivers this season. I mean, this is not an easy split. We have seen some incredibly quick-paced and quick race-paced drivers come in this season to come in and race and really step up the game in this top division that we've seen over the last couple previous seasons, and of course yourself included. Being one of those drivers, and like you said as well, as the season has progressed, and especially near the end of the season, you're really seeming to kind of start to fall into a rhythm, a groove. You got that confidence, you're feeling good when you get on the racetrack, and you just go out and you do your thing, and the result is the result at the end of the day. But that good, positive, confident attitude tonight got you in the right mindset to put your head down and have a really good battle at the end of the race, and hold down a really hard fought and well earned race victory, in my opinion. So the McLaren was definitely not one of the stronger cars for this particular racetrack, due again to that top end speed like we see out of these MR cars compared to all these big front engine rear wheel drive cars. Was that playing on your mind a little bit coming into the race tonight?
Not well. I think the only one I was really worried about was the Genesis. If I was worried that if I got into a battle with Black Widow, that the Genesis top end might be the thing that gets me. But I think like she was saying, I think the dirty air evened out the top end, so I think that's what helped me more than anything. And then of course, we both second to last lap, we both come off the last corner and brush the guardrail, and I didn't get damaged, but she hit it a little bit harder, and she suffered damage. So I was fortunate in that as well. So 2 laps in a row, I tried to throw away the race in the last corner.
And we might have to amply rename that corner after this week's round of racing here, as it seems to be a very dangerous
Yeah,
corner here all of a sudden. But
it's trying to get us, man. Yeah, 2 races in a row. It's trying to get us.
St. Croix has other ideas here for our drivers apparently this week. But it was great racing, and we've seen lots of great racing coming out of you all season long here as well. So
Thank
I
you.
guess with that being said,
Putting in the work.
well, that's seat time. Seat time is everything. We say that all the time,
Yep.
especially during the
Yep.
podium interviews. But any final remarks? Anything you want to add to your racing night, obviously, and your racing season, and any shout outs you'd like to throw out to the viewers watching at home?
Yep. Practice makes perfect. Laps mean everything. I want to I want a big shout out to Lucas on the championship. Congratulations to him on a well deserved win in the points. Uh, Smart racer, fast paced racer, hard earned, well done for him. I want to thank my team, Team Apex, Sim Racing Team, for all the work and all the help they give us. Um, the Some of those guys push me by the pace they run, and Jakey in particular is really good. He'll take time to watch laps I run and to give advice, and certainly appreciate the time he spends because it does tend to take away from the time that he needs as well. But and I feel terrible for him because I saw he had a disconnect there, and I know he was really looking forward to this track. He felt like his car was really going to flow well around here. Want to thank GT45 Gaming and you, Ghost, for the live streams and the coverage you give us as drivers, as well as the series. Really appreciate that. It's always great commentary, and it's really cool to watch it back and listen to all your descriptions and how exciting the race you make the race watching it. I want to thank DDR and those guys for suggesting this set of tracks and series. Appreciate that. Thank you to the viewers. We love for y'all to join us. Come and watch us, or if you're really interested in racing, contact admin with GT45 server, and come join us and race with us. We're a bunch of hard nosed, clean drivers. We more the merrier. Please, if you want to be a part of it, contact them and come get involved.
Absolutely, and we definitely appreciate all the kind words of support and another season in the books. 10 weeks down,
Yeah.
11 weeks down, I guess, because we had a postponed week here this season. But
Yep.
and 10 hard races in the books, and now the drivers get to take a little break to get to put their cars away, do a little bit of TLC, make them all pretty and shiny again, and give them no praise that those cars definitely deserve this season because they worked hard on all 10 of these racetracks. And congratulations
We'll
on a
get them
great
next week.
great season for yourself as well. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to finish it off with a win. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
All right, well, awesome stuff, and we'll let you head back down to that Apex paddock there, and is still rocking from last night there with Superman taking the
Yep.
championship in the AMS. So
Oh yeah.
we'll just let you get
Yeah,
over to the paddock there,
Miss D, they're hollering.
and
Yeah, just like Miss D said, they're hollering at me. So
you get to keep the party going over there. But we appreciate you, and congratulations on a great race tonight.
yes, sir. Thank you again, Tim, and again, congratulations to Lucas on the championship.
Absolutely, and speaking of Lucas 36 here, we're going to go talk to our champion. So no podium interview for him tonight. He gets the big interview here tonight. He gets that championship interview. So he come into the race tonight, he had a big points lead, and that big points lead was really only there because Risky was in California competing for the Porsche Esports Challenge that happened a couple weeks ago and missed a couple of the races this season. And I believe that Risky missed one earlier in the season as well at Road Atlanta. So I think if that Risky would have been here all 3 weeks that he missed, I think that it would have been a showdown between these two drivers for this championship at the end of this season. And I think it would have been an absolute cracking race, just like we saw in those AMs when it comes down to that points. But he came in, he had a comfortable lead, and he just had to just have his race, and it didn't quite work out quite as planned here tonight for you. Got involved in an incident there on lap 2, which we didn't quite catch, but caused some damage on the race car, gave it your all, and settling in for a 4th place finish on the night, which is a very good recovery drive. And just here to hold up that trophy high over your head now. So congratulations on a hard fought season. Congratulations on winning the championship, and the floor is yours.
No, yeah, thank you first and foremost for doing everything you do for us. yeah, the race itself didn't go exactly as planned. As they were, it's the last race of the year. Championships decided. There's some positional gains that people can make in the standing, so it's going to be a hard nosed race, and knew that coming into it. And those first laps definitely showed it. We were all a little argy bargy, but nothing too crazy. And then, yeah, heading into lap 2, or maybe it was 3, but I think you're right, lap 2. We're 3 wide going into turn 2, turn 3, and I think I got squeezed just a little bit on the dirt, and the GT, as soon as it touches those curbs, it just swung me sideways and snapped right in front of the field and took out Risky and Jake. So the 3 of us had to drive the rest of that first stint with some damage. Unfortunately, Jake had the disconnect, so it made it a little bit lonely for me for that first 2 stints. But yeah, just had to push on through. Had to drive as hard as I could. Seeing Risky's strategy call on going with the softs in the middle stints, I knew I'd be able to, with my double soft ending, I knew I'd be able to catch him. And then unfortunately, he made a mistake out of one of the right handers. And then not even 2 corners later, I make a mistake. So it's just the way racing is tough. That's 60-minute race. It's a long race. It's tough on everyone. So, congrats to Bo for the win. The girls, I say they're getting their rightful podiums. Miss D's had a tough season, so it's good to see her back on the podium. But overall, yeah, I'm stoked on the championship. Happy with that. Upset that Risky couldn't make those races, and then a misfortune of other drivers, it really opened up a gap for me. But that's racing as well. You got to be consistent to make these championships happen, and thankfully, I finally was able to snag one on my own.
Absolutely, and been racing in a lot of different leagues through a lot of different organizations, groups here on the GT7 platform over the last few months, and finally locking one down for yourself. You can tag yourself in as RIWT2 North America #1 for the Pro Division this season, and I mean overall pretty happy with how the season went. Even though I know you're a competitor, you would have loved that year-end battle with Risky, but overall pretty happy with how the season went.
Yeah, I mean, can't complain too much. It was great season, great fun with all the drivers. We can't have these kind of series and level of competition without the drivers first and foremost. So always great to be racing with them, have the battles and such. But yeah, I mean, it was a great season. It was good fun. The car was definitely a tricky choice, but I wanted something challenging and something that I liked, and it ended up actually being probably one of the better cars for the series. Just had to get a good handle on it, and he really worked with you well. But otherwise, I mean, no, yeah, it was a great season. Can't thank you enough. Can't thank DDR, DMJ, everyone that behind the scenes, the gas administration team. Uh, yeah, just great season ender. Good drive back. Of course, I wish I could be on the podium or on top of the podium, but it is what it is. I had fun. Can't complain.
Absolutely. I mean, really, that is the important thing is just trying to come out and have fun. I mean, at the end of the day, the seat time really is the big takeaway from league racing, especially as we continue to develop each and every one of us that are out there sim racing, develop our pace, our skills, our craft, our decision makings, all the things that come with racing. So, league racing, organized league racing, in this format especially, is a good way to really just get that time and get that practice in and really be able to sit down and focus on a task and try to accomplish a goal. And, this season, that's definitely was a goal. You wanted to come in, you wanted to race real hard and put the pressure on this group and fight at the top. And, well, you're standing at the top after 10 weeks of racing. So, congratulations. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch you rip that GT around the racetrack here all season long, and the only driver to take that car this season as well. So, just really great racing from you, and we definitely appreciate seeing you on track, and definitely look forward to hopefully seeing you in the next one that we drop here in the new year as well.
Yes, sir. And a final thank you to Grid Life. They've been supporting me so much this year with allowing me to travel across the country and compete in all these events. And in 1 week time, we're going to Laguna Seca for the season finale, and I'm stoked because I get to see T-Pain in concert. That's my big highlight of the weekend.
Well, there we go. And there you go. You heard it here too, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas 36 will be in Laguna Seca in not too many more days' time. So stay tuned in the GT45 Gaming Discord servers and other community servers that we're a part of for that link, so we can go watch our man compete in real life at Laguna Seca as well. And I mean, just coming off a victory there in your last one as well, just last weekend. So congratulations on that as well. And hopefully this championship takes that confidence and takes that vibe right into your final race of the season for you in real life. And we'll be rooting for you, that's for sure.
I appreciate it. I definitely need all of it. Thank you so much, everyone.
Appreciate it. Thank you again, and congratulations on an absolute well-earned championship here this season.
Thank you. Have a good night, Tim.
Cheers, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas 36 and an independent driver in the series here. No team. He doesn't race for any team. He works with all the teams. He practices with all the drivers, no matter what tag they carry, no matter what it is. He just loves to work with this community. He helps teach the community. He also learns from the community himself. And he really is a very high level class driver, and I think this guy really can. The sky's the limit for this guy. I think moving forward in his sim racing career, depending on how he wants to approach it, and I know I look forward to seeing what he's going to continue to do in the future as well. Not only on, of course, our racetracks here in our virtual world, but also on the racetracks all over the United States in real life as well. So I just want to say thank you to all the drivers. I mean, it has been a long, arduous, hard-fought season from all of our drivers here in this division this season, and no driver deserves any less credit than the next. We have Paymay coming in. We appreciate Paymay. He came in, started the season, and had to leave to other obligations, but it is what it is, and we always appreciate him on track. We had Black Widow, of course, here this season as well. We had Apex Sim Racing's Bar 27 as one of our reserve drivers this season. Of course, Bo Snipe, our race winner tonight. We had Apex Jakey, our 3-time DMJ champion here this season, and Larry Birch as well on track from Apex. We had ATK Streeter Tom, and then now Apex Streeter Tom. We had a Curse from ATK Motorsports as well. We had Doug Burrow, also one of our reserve drivers from Team Rad. We had IT43 coming from DDR. We had Kanji coming from the VPR team. Again, Lucas 36, an independent driver. Risky Replicant coming in as an independent driver as well. We had Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing. We had VPR's Dirty Air. We had Petrolhead from the United Kingdom coming in, showing that love and support. We had ATK Leo come in late to the season from ATK Motorsports to try his luck here as well. And we had Tattooed Freak, team owner from Apex Sim Racing here in this pro division here at the beginning of the season as well. So I just want to say thank you to all those drivers. It has been a crazy season here in this top lobby. We've seen some pretty crazy things. We've seen some amazing race finishes, and we've seen some crazy fast laps around some of these racetracks. And this top lobby always pushing the limits week in and week out, and giving every other division something to strive for. So we appreciate our pro division more than they probably realize, not only coming from a broadcaster's point of view and an organizer's point of view, but also as another racer and a competitor. We love to watch those pros go out and do it at a top level, and we love to try and mock it ourselves. So great season, 2 great finale races so far this week. Didn't see any of that coming tonight either. I mean, we almost had a repeat of a McLaren binning it in the final corner, the final lap from the race lead. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. I mean, to see it happen once, to almost see it happen twice. I mean, we're gonna go spray some holy water around the final corner of this racetrack here tomorrow night and try and get the bad jujus out of that corner. So hopefully the pro-ams don't suffer a similar fate. But we got one more time here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody at home that watches week in and week out. To the viewers, the moms and dads, the brothers and sisters out there, the whole families that sit in the living room and cheer on their favorite racer in the series. We appreciate you. We know most of you are silent there and just watching from the background, but we love you for it. We appreciate you for it. And I know that means that this series is over tomorrow night, but we'll have lots of stuff coming for everybody to continue enjoying in the off season, and then we'll have another huge championship coming in the new year. So stay tuned for all that details. Lots is happening, lots is coming, and the community is always there to be throwing out leagues and events here in the off season as well. So the racing doesn't stop just because GT45 Gaming doesn't have a series here. With the community loves to race, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what happens here at GT45 Gaming, DDR, and this sim racing community here in GT7. We just love to race. Appreciate everybody coming in, those likes, those shares tonight. Our new subscribers here on the YouTube channel. This is the spot. If you're not subbed to the YouTube channel, this is the spot. This is where all, and I mean all, sim racing related content is now going to be played moving forward in the future. YouTube is becoming our home playground here for our sim racing content. For those of us that are Facebook followers, don't worry, we're not forgetting about you out there. We got some stuff coming for the Facebook groups out there as well, but all our sim racing content is moving to YouTube. We just like the platform better. We're getting much better results over there right now, and I think we need to go over there and really push the envelope on YouTube. So tell your friends, share the stream out. We need 500 subs here to get this thing kicking in the right direction, and that makes us 124 subs away. So not very far away. Get it out there, share it out, tell all your friends. Come follow GT45 Gaming on YouTube, because all the sim racing action now happens there. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Huge thank you to DDR, D-Dot Racing, for the series, of course. Great series. The mixture of the sprint and endurance racing this season has been spectacular. It's been a great, refreshing little breath of fresh air for a series. And it seems like the drivers really, really enjoyed it, and they've been putting on a heck of a show all season long for everybody watching at home. So we appreciate our drivers. We appreciate the viewers coming in, hanging out. To my administration team, legends. Can't do what I do without them behind me. So they get all the credit for what I do, because I can't do it without them. So appreciate to my administration staff and the team behind me. I love them. I appreciate them. And hey, we got one more to go. So we'll be back tomorrow night at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Time, live for our Pro-Am season finale here at St. Croix A. And we're going to crown our third and final champion here from Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition. And if you don't want to miss it, because the first two have been pretty spectacular, the Pro-Ams always seem to steal the show at the end of the week. So if that's a sign of things to come, get those pops real cold. Get that popcorn nice and fired up and hot. Get that butter nice and melted, because we're in for a show and a treat from our Pro-Am division to say goodbye to the series here this week. We appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Remember, y'all matter. YouTube rocks. Let's go Red site, and we'll catch you on the next one. Stay winning, folks.